You're watching the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14.
Right now at 7, the Kansas City Chiefs set to move across state lines.
But first, a pageant winner from Joplin spreads Christmas cheer to sick children.
And we've got dense fog across the area. It doesn't look too bad downtown Pittsburgh, but we've got it. You got to be aware of it. A lot of other things going on today. Windy, warm temperatures, cloudy skies, drizzle. We'll break it all down for you coming up.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Good morning and welcome to the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14. I'm Samantha Walker.
Hi, Chris Warner. It's Tuesday, December the 23rd, just after, coming up really on 7:01. Happy Tuesday to everybody. We are almost into the official Christmas thing. And tomorrow, you've got until like 6 o'clock. Most places, not all places, but most places to get whatever shopping you need done. And that's it. It's here and it's sneaking up. The last couple holidays, I feel, have snuck up on us.
I feel like it's because it's been so warm. But I'm proud of myself. I've gotten all my wrapping done.
Good.
I finished it yesterday. So I have to make some food for Christmas. But aside from that, pretty much done.
All right. See, and hopefully you guys are done too. And speaking of the holidays, some holiday cheer being spread here in the 4 states.
Yes. Well, a pageant winner from Joplin is working to brighten the holidays for some area patients and their families.
Ms. Hartland 2025 dropped off gifts for the Freeman Pediatrics patients in Joplin. KOAM's Nellie Lopez tells us the inspiration behind her generosity.
Tabitha Mackhart doesn't just work hard to achieve her crown. She works hard to deliver Christmas cheer to local Freeman Pediatric patients.
It's just incredible to see Tabby give back to the community while also bringing awareness to people with disabilities, and it's just amazing.
But for Tabitha, it's not just about giving gifts, it's about the deeper meaning behind it.
At age 2, I was diagnosed with bronchiomalacia, which is a weak air wall in my lungs. I spent 6 months in a pediatric intensive care unit, so I know exactly how these kids feel in that bed, not having something to do. So each time I get to do this, I just fills my heart to give back to something I was a part of.
As for her 8th annual Christmas drive, this was the biggest donation she's had so far, all thanks to several local businesses.
I had Kiddos Tacos, we had a salon, we had CJ Pharmacy, we had a dress shop.
It's incredibly important to give gifts to kids in the pediatric department because it shows them joy and comfort during the holidays during a scary and stressful time.
Hey, thank you, Chad. Bye, folks. It's nice to meet you.
In Joplin, I'm Nellie Lopez, KOAM.
Tabitha advocates in her community about her organization, Be Unique, and she also donates to Ronald McDonald House throughout the year.
Certainly, an impressive generosity, impressive young lady there and giving back because she gets it. She understands that, and that can be tough sometimes. Especially on families, you've got kids in the pediatric ICU or the NICU, and it's tough to get by, especially around the holidays. Yeah. And the holidays, of course, they are here. We're in the middle of them. It doesn't seem like it. It doesn't feel like it in the slightest, but we really are. It is December, I promise. It just doesn't seem like it out there. Let's start. We got fog to talk about. We're going to take a quick tour around the area, starting in downtown Pittsburgh. We're getting from our camera here. We've seen the fog. You can see the fog. It hasn't been overly dense in downtown, but we do have some dense fog out there. Our camera, 7th and Range Line in Joplin. Not as much as what we saw earlier. We've seen the fog in Joplin where it's gotten a little, not like overly dense, but it's been there and then it kind of clears up like right now and then it shows back up again just a little bit. KDOT camera 69 just north of Baxter Springs. You can see some light fog off in the distance there. KDOT camera 69 400 south of Pittsburgh. Same situation. Not overly dense at these camera locations, but you can see the fog. MoDOT camera 32nd and Range Line looks good. Same from the MoDOT camera 20th and Range Line. However, other MoDOT cameras around the area, you can see some of that fog here. I-44 and exit 4. So this would be 43 south to Seneca. I-44 east is what we're looking at here. You can see some of it, and you can see some pretty dense fog. I-44 exit 11, you can see looking back to the east, that fog out there. So exit 11, of course, that's 249 to the north, I-49 to the south toward Neosho. We have dense fog advisories. The majority of us, these will run through 11 a.m. Washington, the Wada counties in Oklahoma, they will run through 10 a.m. However, something I do want to mention very quickly, the fog could last across the region as late as noon or 1 o'clock. It may not be overly dense, but there still could be some patchy fog. And data is suggesting for parts of Neosho, Wilson, Woodson, and Allen counties in southeast Kansas, this fog could remain somewhat dense and stick around through maybe 2 or 3 o'clock this afternoon. So you do want to keep that in mind as well. And here's a look at that fog tracker. 0 visibility, Yates Center and Iola below 1 mile. Fort Scott, Chanute, Fredonia, Sedan, Independence, Parsons, Miami. Then less than 5, we've got Newada, Veneta, Stockton, Nevada. These levels have actually dropped. Pittsburgh as well. These are dropping, and that's why those dense fog advisories go further east, because this fog is expected to thicken up a bit before it starts to ease up. And again, that still won't be until later today. We're at 60 in Joplin right now, 58 in Pittsburgh. We've got some slightly cooler temperatures in our northwestern counties, 53 in Yates Center, 52, the cool spot there, it looks like, in Yates Center. Sorry, I said Yates Center's 53. I was talking Sedan is 52. And you go south and east, we've got upper 50s and some low 60s. Bentonville and Cassville both at 62. Excuse me. An isolated sprinkle or two possible as we head through the day. Most of us dry. We're mostly cloudy. Winds will be gusting upwards of 20. We get a brief period of partly cloudy skies before these clouds thicken back up by late evening, and we could see the return of fog overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. We're looking at low 60s by 9, upper 60s, low 70s for our highs. South winds again gusting upwards of 20 miles an hour. Breezy again tomorrow. Temperatures continue to warm. We'll have a look at that, plus the Christmas forecast here in just a few more minutes. Samantha?
Chris, thanks. A victim suffers multiple gunshot wounds near Montevallo, Missouri. Authorities responded to reports of gunfire yesterday morning. The ambulance was able to stabilize the victim, and they were flown by a helicopter to a hospital. The suspected shooter, Johnny Gransberry, is being held without bond at the Vernon County Jail. A police car was rear-ended on Monday afternoon by a truck going highway speeds. The OHP trooper was sitting stationary with emergency lights activated on westbound I-40. The driver struck the patrol unit from behind while the trooper was still inside. Both of them were rushed to the hospital, where the trooper is listed in stable condition and the other driver is in critical condition. The move over law states that when a vehicle is on the shoulder with emergency lights engaged, other vehicles are to move to the other lane if possible. To be the first to see breaking news, weather, and sports, download the KOAM News app. It's available free of charge in the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. Just search for the KOAM News app. Well, the Kansas City Chiefs are moving across the state line to Kansas. Kansas Governor Laura Kelly and the Kansas City Chiefs yesterday announced that an agreement has been reached to build a dome stadium and a mixed-use entertainment district in Kansas. KOAM's Ryan Blake has details from Arrowhead Stadium.
As Kansas Governor Laura Kelly said, Kansas is not a flyover state, it's a touchdown state. And Christmas has come early in the Sunflower State. After a 1.5-year long battle between Kansas and Missouri, the Chiefs and Governor Kelly announced their decision to leave Arrowhead Stadium and move across state line to build a brand new stadium. On Monday, the Kansas Legislative Coordinating Council unanimously approved the Star Bonds package following an executive session in Topeka. Back in April of 2024, Jackson County voters rejected a 40-year local sales tax extension to fund a new Royal Stadium and renovations to Arrowhead. After that 2024 vote, Kansas seized the opportunity and started forming a plan. That proposed and now approved plan is a private-public partnership that'll fund a $3 billion state-of-the-art domed stadium in Wyandotte County, scheduled to open at the start of the 2031 season. A new Chiefs headquarters and training facility will also be built in Olathe. An additional $1 billion will be invested in creating entertainment districts at both sites. Another potential positive for the state is that this project can help Kansas campaign for hosting big events like Final Fours, college football playoffs, and even Super Bowls. Arrowhead Stadium has been home to the Chiefs since 1972 and is a crown jewel of football's most recent dynasty. Now, for the second time in the last decade, Missouri is set to lose another NFL team. Reporting live in Kansas City for KOAM Sports, I'm Ryan Blank.
And those are our top news stories this half hour. Coming up next, Body and Soul Transformation is in the studio to announce their upcoming birthday bash. And later, Charlene Patton from the Kansas Soybean Commission is making chocolate edamame delights. You're watching the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14. Well, welcome back. I'm joined this morning with Daniel from Body and Soul Transformation. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you. Good morning.
So you guys have a pretty exciting kind of anniversary. You guys are marking a birthday bash coming up.
Yeah, so we have our 5th annual birthday bash, and that will be January 1st from about 9 a.m. till 1 p.m. And so we have lots to offer. So we're going to do a demo of all the different classes we offer. So we got about 8 or 9 different classes. We're going to do a demo, little 30-minute segments, and then we've got lots of other vendors and some other companies out there to support us. So one of the favorites, we've got Harmony Professional Massage giving free chair massages.
Oh, nice.
We've got Serotonin, another local business, just wellness and anti-aging medical spa. We've got iced coffee vendor coming out, Matcha Love. We have Redeem Reflection that's going to be sharing some of their crafts and some of their woodworking, another small company, local business. And then we have Light Sports with as one of our partners for sharing the gospel through sports. And I probably missed one, but yeah, we got lots going on. And then we're just going to be a celebration, celebrating the new year, doing a little fitness community gathering. We've got all of our staff on hand, so all 12 of our staff. So if you want to meet our personal trainers, we've got them on staff, and then our instructors, they're going to be doing classes and just working with the community there. So
amazing. For those who may not know and are being introduced to Body and Soul Transformation for the first time today, can you tell us a little bit about what you guys are? So
we are Faith and Fitness. So we are a fitness center that has everything from group fitness classes to personal training. We have a 10,000 square foot facility with everything you need for getting in your workout. And then we offer Kids Zone, we have free tanning, we have saunas. So kind of a one-stop shop for all of your fitness needs. With that said, we will have the Kids Zone open for kids. So don't let that be a hesitation. If you want to bring the kids out, we're going to have games and entertainment and crafts for them to take care of on the first to keep them entertained while parents are working out as well.
Amazing. And it sounds like this birthday bash is a really great opportunity for maybe people to kind of check you guys out and see if it's something they want to be interested in.
Yes, so it's always a good time to just come in and check things out. Like I said, we're going to be fully staffed there. We do offer just free trial to anybody to come out and try the gym or try the classes. So yeah, definitely a good time to come in. We offer a 3-day free trial for anybody who just wants to come try before they buy, so to speak. And then we are offering our greatest promotion that we've had, and that's going to be if you sign up for any membership from now till January 1st, it's going to be 2 months free off of your 12-month membership. So you're only paying for 10 months. So that's a great deal. They can look and find that online right now on Facebook or on our website, bodysoultransformation.com, at all the social media outlets.
Amazing. And for those who are hearing about this, and you're like, I'm really interested in new year, new me. Maybe this is their time to kind of get into fitness, set those new goals. Just one more time, when and where is this birthday bash going to be?
January 1st, so ringing in the new year, and that is from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. and we are located at 1703 Falcon Road, Suite C, Webb City, Missouri. So it's just south of the airport, right off the intersection of 171 and Prairie Flower.
Well, it sounds like it's going to be a great time, Daniel. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News, 7:18 now on this Tuesday morning. We're starting with our fog advisories, which for everybody except Oklahoma, they run through 11 a.m. All the ones that are up here, Washington, Nevada County, these will expire at 10 a.m. Now, a couple of things to note about the fog. This fog, the regional fog, could stick around through noon, 1 o'clock today. And as I've mentioned earlier, some of the data today suggests that Woodson, Wilson, Allen, and Neosho counties in southeast Kansas, the fog may not be as dense as it is right now, but you could have patchy fog sticking around as late as 2 or 3 o'clock today. So keep that in mind if you're traveling, that it could still be foggy, and you could run into some patchy dense fog here. They're a little later again than what we're used to around the region, but take a look at this. Really west of I-49, north of I-44, it is very dense fog. Zero visibility still, Yates Center and Iola, less than a mile for Fort Scott, Chanute, Fredonia, Sedan, Independence, Parsons, Miami. We've got very very dense fog out there, reduced visibilities everywhere else, at least to some degree, with the exceptions of Grove and Anderson. Still looking pretty good. But outside of that, we got that dense fog. You need to be careful. You need to slow down. Low beams, not your high beams, and of course fog lights if you've got them. After that, some isolated drizzle, a sprinkle, maybe a brief shower will be possible. Most of us will be dry today. We're mostly cloudy. We have a brief period, late afternoon, early evening, where this little band of clearing pushes through. So that gives us some partly cloudy skies, but it doesn't take long for those clouds to close up around that, and we're back to mostly cloudy. And again, an isolated brief shower or sprinkle, not out of the question, but again, the majority of us will be dry. Fog expected to make a return tonight into tomorrow morning. Maybe not as dense as it is this morning, but still want to keep that in mind. Again, for those of you, who are traveling locally, your friends, family, whatever the case may be, are in the region, so you don't need to leave days in advance. You're leaving tomorrow maybe. You just want to be cautious about the fog. Wednesday, we're spending the day mostly cloudy. Winds out of the southwest by mid to late morning start to pick up. Could gust upwards of 30 miles an hour. So maybe you are traveling locally, but you're taking the RV or the camper or the trailer, whatever it may be. You need to be cautious with those winds gusting like that. As we go into Wednesday evening, so Christmas Eve into Christmas morning, Santa should have no problems navigating, kids, because we should have partly cloudy skies and temperatures are going to be mild. As I mentioned, he's going to want to take that big red coat and throw it in the back of the sleigh when he gets into our region because it will be quite warm. Still a little bit breezy for Christmas Day itself, and skies gradually clearing the later into Christmas Day we go out there. So not bad, but temperatures not normal either. All right, so you can see off in the distance from 7th and Range Line some of that patchy fog that's continuing with us for a while. 60 to start, mid-60s by 11 o'clock this morning. Ultimately today, highs upper 60s and low 70s. It's well above average. South winds gusting to 20. Clouds, as they return, will lock our temperatures in. So wherever you are by about 7, 8 o'clock tonight, you should remain there. And I think most of us will be into the low 60s. South winds again gusting to 20, mostly cloudy, perhaps some patchy fog. Temperatures, Christmas Day. This is warmer than Memorial Day and almost the same as Labor Day. We were in the 60s on Memorial Day. Labor Day, we made it to 75 in Joplin specifically, but still, that's how much warmer than normal it is. 63 to start at 9, about 70 by noon. Still pretty mild even into the evening hours on Christmas Day, so be prepared for some of that pretty warm weather out there. All right, beyond that, low mid 70s again tomorrow into Christmas. An isolated sprinkle or two possible early tomorrow morning, and then we'll have the 70s into Saturday. A cold front Saturday. We still warm up, but then we get cold, seasonably cold though, and we stay pretty close to average Sunday and Monday. Shower chances build in Monday, Tuesday, temperatures warming up as we roll into next week though, so it's a brief return to normal. We got more on the way here on the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14, but first, here's some Santa photos from across the 4 states.
Welcome back. I'm joined with Charlene Patton from the Kansas Soybean Commission. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you. We have another great holiday recipe, and this one might be a treat Santa would like to have underneath the tree when he comes to visit.
Yes, and it's something I've never heard of, but they sound and look delicious. Chocolate edamame delights.
And when we're thinking about candy for the holidays, this is an easy, simple recipe. Yes. So you'll want to have it on your radar. What I've done here in a saucepan is melted the chocolate, and it's 4 squares of the chocolate covering, or 1 cup, whichever you find in your grocery store. Melt that over low heat, and you'll get this wonderful chocolate mixture. Follow the directions on the package because you don't want to have it on too high a heat or you'll scorch it. Then our next, it only has 3 ingredients in this recipe, and now we have roasted edamame. These are salted ones, and it's 1 cup, and you're going to put that in there. Great. And then you just stir it to cover all those roasted edamame. And I was just thinking as I did that, I guess if you wanted to see some of that green, you would not cover them all. So your choice if you wanted to have a little color showing. And then this will make 12 candies. So we'll put them, just drop them by a tablespoon on a covered, you could use wax paper or parchment paper, but put that on there. They will set up. You don't even need to put this in the refrigerator, but before it starts to set up, put on a little bit of salt. This is coarse salt. You could use sea salt, and it just gives it a little bit of extra salt, sweet and salty. And a lot of people like that sweet, salty. And there you go. So we'll have 12 of them, and they would make a great gift as well for someone for the holidays.
Yes, and it seems like it'd be perfect to bring to like a Christmas gathering if you have like a little treat tray.
Yes.
Sounds perfect for that, because it seems to me like it's like a different take on like a peanut cluster, but it's so unique and different and delicious.
And you're getting the soy protein in here because of the roasted edamame. And I might also add that there is soy lecithin in the chocolate. In even milk chocolate that you see in the grocery store, the soy lecithin helps make that smoothness that you find in the chocolate when it's melting.
Well, perfect. This is such, like you said, an easy recipe for the holidays, especially for people who are, really, really busy trying to get everything done, but they still want to have something nice to bring to a party.
Exactly.
Well, where can they go to find this recipe,
Yes,
Charlene?
go to our website at kansassoybeans.org. You'll find all the recipes we've done for December, or you can call our 800 number, 877-KS-SOYBEAN, and Megan will probably answer the phone, and she'll send you all the recipes for December.
Well, that sounds so great. Thank you so much for joining us, Charlene.
Thank you, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. We'll be right back.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14. It's currently 7:31. I'm Samantha Walker. Pittsburgh city leaders are responding to questions about transparency as the community continues to grow. KOAM's Blake Goley takes a closer look at tax revenue and how city leaders are responding to residents' concerns.
We acknowledge that life is extremely expensive right now across the country, across the world. It's no different than it is in Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh leaders say rising costs and increasing property values are driving new conversations about taxes and how decisions are shared with the public. Over the last 5 years, sales tax revenue in Pittsburgh consistently generated more money than property taxes.
When I first got here 14 years ago, the valuation in this community was going down. Property taxes every year were worth less. Now we finally got into a growth point where the valuation is going up. So the trick now is how far can we lower or moderate the property tax rate so we don't overburden the taxpayers.
City leaders say growth is a positive sign, but acknowledge the added pressure to balance development without increasing the burden on residents. Officials say transparency will be key as the city continues to grow.
I want to see more of an open government explanation of what's going on and more information flowing at the beginning stage as well as throughout the process when it has to do with every department and every project the city's got going on. I think a lot of people wanted that for a long time.
Some residents view transparency as crucial to the community's future.
I've grown up here, my kids are growing up here, probably my grandkids are going to grow up here, and I want the community to be one where people can afford to live and that is governed well so that it's a type of place people want to live.
Reporting in Pittsburgh, Blake Gully, KOAM News.
City leaders say discussions surrounding taxes and transparency will continue as Pittsburgh plans for future growth. Now here's Chris with a quick look at your forecast.
Now we've got some dense fog across the area to deal with still this morning. Live look downtown Pittsburgh. Again, it's not been overly dense in the downtown area, but you can see the fog off in the distance here. 7th and Range Line, our camera there, that darkness, that's that fog that's still off in the distance. Joplin's doing okay, but still some reduced visibilities. KDOT camera 69, just north of Baxter Springs. Again, you can see some of that fog out there. And we'll head over to the KDOT camera. It's thickened up here at 400 and 171. So this, of course, this is 171. Take a look. You can see where that fog has picked up just a wee bit there. MoDOT camera 32nd in range line in Joplin, cloudy, but otherwise, again, visibility is not bad. Same from the MoDOT camera 20th in range line and around the region, around the I-44 corridor, really. We got some of that fog still visible here. This is I-44 heading east, and you can see some of that there at exit 4, and then exit 11. Still looking back to the east, you can see some of that dense fog out there as well. So you need to slow down. Low beams, not your high beams. Fog lights if you've got them. You guys know the drill. It looks like they've added Craig County now to this fog advisory into northeastern Oklahoma. This has been an evolving situation with the advisories. These run through 10 a.m. The rest of these run through 11 a.m. And here's a look at the fog and the visibility so far. Still zero visibility. Iola Yates Center, under a mile. Fort Scott, Chanute, Fredonia, Sedan, Independence, Parsons, Miami. And you can see this area of denser fog that builds into parts of Cherokee, Craig, and Ottawa counties, and then gets dense across most of southeast Kansas and north of I-44. So really, Nevada, Stockton, reduced visibilities. The bulk of this west of I-49, north of I-44. A couple of things. This fog could stick around with us until noon, 1 o'clock. Maybe not this dense, but still could hang around. And for Woodson, Wilson, Allen, and Neosho counties in southeast Kansas, that fog could hang around, again, not this dense, but could stick around through 2, 3 o'clock this afternoon. So keep that in mind if you are traveling today. All right, we're sitting at 60 in Joplin, 57 in Pittsburgh. A little cooler up to the north and west. Sedan right now still the cool spot at 53. No, sorry, take that back. Stockton has dropped. You're down to 46 right now. Most of us, though, into the upper 50s to right about 60, with Bentonville the warm spot at 62. Could get an isolated sprinkle or a little light shower here or there. The majority of us will be dry, mostly cloudy. We get a momentary lapse here, or momentary pause in clouds on this little belt where we get some partly cloudy skies, and then by late evening, those clouds thicken back up again. Fog could return again overnight tonight into tomorrow morning as well. Low 60s by 9, our highs today, upper 60s and low 70s. South winds occasionally gusting to 20. Well, now look at your forecast. We're going to break down the Christmas forecast as well here in just a few more minutes. Samantha?
Thanks, Chris. Miami Public Library is hosting a North Pole workshop where children can make different gifts to give to their parents. In the workshop, children can paint Christmas ornaments, make cards, or make Christmas decorations. Library staff want to be there for the community by offering these workshops. And the holiday season often sees a spike in animal shelter visits, with people hoping to get their loved ones a new pet as a gift. While it may seem tempting to leave a cute puppy or kitten underneath the Christmas tree, experts recommend making sure the recipient will even enjoy the gift and going as far as having them pick out the pet in advance. Well, yesterday, the Pitt Naz Church, along with Pittsburgh Celebrate Recovery, held a special Christmas service. The event brought community members together to not only celebrate their loved ones in recovery, but also in the prophecy of Jesus and his birth and how that message connects to people's lives today. Well, that's a look at our top news stories coming up this half hour on the KOAM Morning News. The next step towards the future, flying cars. In Consumer Watch, millions of Americans traveling across the country this week headed to their holiday destinations. Fox News correspondent Dana Marie McNullis is at the Miami International Airport with the latest travel forecast.
We're coming home to see family and friends. It'll be nice to be back home.
This holiday season expected to be record-breaking, with AAA estimating more than 122 million Americans will fly or drive more than 50 miles to their destination. That's an increase of more than 2% from last year.
We're used to crowds and moving through it, just having patience.
The number of travelers isn't the only thing increasing. Prices for domestic flights are up, averaging around $900, 7% higher than a year ago. Some good news, though, travelers are saving at the pump, with the national average dipping below $3 a gallon for the first time in 4 years.
Even 2 or 3 cents a gallon can, over the time of a year, make a difference. So it's definitely nice to have that little extra.
If you're flying, you don't want to be the one holding up the security line. TSA reminding travelers of what not to pack in their carry-on, including wrapped gifts, liquids over 3.4 ounces, think snow globes, gravy, and eggnog, realistic toy weapons, and lithium-ion batteries.
Hazardous materials are a lot of times the things you bring on the aircraft, like your personal cell phone, your tablet, your vape device, your spare batteries for your camera.
If you're traveling, you'll want to keep an eye on the forecast. Snow in the northeast and heavy rain on the west coast could cause delays or even cancellations. I'm Dana Marie McNichol in Miami, Fox News.
And those are our top consumer stories. Let's take a look at the market prices before the opening bell.
Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News, 7:44 on this Tuesday morning. Very foggy Tuesday morning out there as well. Dense fog advisories in the northern half of our area. All of these run through 11 o'clock this morning. And then for Washington, Newada, and Craig counties in northeast Oklahoma, these will run through 10 a.m. And here's why. Visibilities, they've actually dropped now in Stockton and Nevada down to a half mile. So we got a lot of locations below a mile of visibility, like well below. Iola and Yates Center are at zero visibility. Have been for going on about an hour or so now. So Fort Scott, Iola, Yates Center, Chanute, Fredonia, Sedan, Independence, Parsons, Miami, Nevada, Stockton, all under a mile. The only locations that have not had an impact from the fog, Grove and Anderson. That's it. Everybody else being impacted by this fog. That's why these advisories run so late. Now, a couple of things as I've mentioned, but a reminder, this fog across the region could hang on through noon, 1 o'clock today. It won't be this dense, but still some patchy dense fog could be blended in there. And as I said earlier, the data for through the morning are from this morning. Wilson, Neosho, Woodson, and Allen counties in southeast Kansas suggests that this dense fog could last through 10, 11 o'clock this morning, hence those advisories. But this fog could hang on through 2 or 3 o'clock this afternoon. And then anywhere that it clears out, it's expected to return tonight. Also could get an isolated sprinkle or some drizzle here and there. Otherwise, I think most of us are dry, mostly cloudy. We get this momentary pause where we have a little belt of partly cloudy skies by late afternoon, early evening, but then the clouds close up around that. We go back to mostly cloudy skies, and again, a brief shower or sprinkle possible. Majority of us will be dry, and that chance holds on into the first part of our Wednesday morning as well. And then we'll go mostly cloudy, mid to late morning, southwest winds increasing, gusting upwards of 30 miles an hour, but we're otherwise dry. And then for Santa's journey tomorrow night, we're looking at partly cloudy skies, so he should be all right getting through here. As I mentioned earlier, too, he's probably going to take that red coat and throw it in the back of the sleigh because it's going to be quite mild. As for Christmas Day, same thing. We will be partly cloudy, a bit breezy. Southwest winds could gust occasionally out there, and we will be well above normal. In fact, temperatures for Christmas, I'll tell you in a minute what we're looking at compared to some other holidays this year. All right, so as we get started, you can see the fog off in the distance here, 7th and range line. 60 to start, mid-60s by 11 o'clock this morning. Mostly cloudy skies today, upper 60s, low 70s out there, and those south winds gusting to 20. Once we hit about 7, 8 o'clock this evening, temperatures level out, somewhat like they did last Friday. We're hanging on to the low 60s, south winds still gusting to 20. Christmas Day, high of 74 approximately. Some of you a little warmer, a little cooler. That puts us warmer than where we were for Memorial Day and almost the same temperature we had on Labor Day. That's how well above average we're talking here. 63 by 9, about 70 by noon. That's still pretty mild heading into the evening hours as well. So low mid 70s tomorrow into Christmas Day. Still into the 70s through Saturday. Cold front Saturday puts us back near normal from Saturday night, Sunday, and Monday. Could even get some rain showers Monday and Tuesday, but it's a brief return to normal as temperatures warm back up again in the second half of next week. Let's check your forecast. We're back with more right after this.
Well, it's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's a flying car. On Wednesday, the company Jetson filmed a commercial in Pismo Beach, California, featuring personal electric flying vehicle.
And of course, it's called the Jetson Company. The Jetsons, They had the flying cars back then. Well, the aircraft is called the Jetson 1. The CEO of the company says their mission is to become the Tesla of flying cars.
Now, don't expect to travel far in them. The flight time is only 20 minutes and they're available for order, but they will cost a pretty penny.
Oh, they can't cost a pretty penny. We've done away with the penny. They'll have to cost a pretty nickel. Well, according to its website, the Jetson One will set you back $148,000. You know, compared to sports cars and other things these days, yeah, it's expensive. It's not like I've got that kind of money, but you know, there are other vehicles that are considerably more expensive than that.
You know, and I was looking at it, and like, did it seem big enough?
No, it really didn't. But
it looked like
it looked like a drone more than anything. Well, in Ohio, 3 preteen children allegedly stole a car and led police on a high-speed chase before crashing into a house. And authorities say they learned how to steal the car from YouTube videos.
Newburgh Heights police arrest 3 children, the youngest only 8 years old. The kids stole a car from Parma, ran from police at almost 80 miles per hour, and crashed that car into the side of a house.
Oh my, well, the children were treated by paramedics and returned to their parents. Newburgh Heights police chief said he couldn't believe the amount of videos that exist out there that will tell you how to steal a car, and that, quote, they should be taking these things down. My kids, my youngest is here with us today. My boys, do not do that, ever. Don't do that. YouTube can teach you many things, and that's one of the things you don't want to learn.
And Ryan's in the right age range for these kids, right?
Yeah, he's turning 9 today, so he don't steal a car.
That's all he wanted for his birthday.
It was to steal a car? Yeah, okay. I'm sure we'll get on that.
You gotta let him steal yours just to get the rush.
Yeah, no.
Well, the Sopranos cast members Steve Sciarippa and Aida Turturro. I'm so sorry. Surprise!
This is better than the story already.
Surprise holiday. And our poor producer, tried to tell me how to say these names, and
oh yeah, they do that all the time. They try and help us, and we forget.
I'm just illiterate a little bit. So they surprised holiday shoppers at a mall in New Jersey on Friday.
And you see they showed up at an HBO Max holiday gift wrapping event. I guess got complimentary professional wrapping with themed designs celebrating various hit series. The actors took pictures with fans, displayed boxes wrapped with Sopranos themed paper, and showed off their gift wrapping skills, which I'm sure are probably better than mine.
HBO Max is making a charitable donation to No Kid Hungry for each gift wrapped.
Very, very cool there. A great way to meet some cast members and help out an excellent cause. And a dog daycare in Cheshire, England, my apologies, got into the festive spirit by creating a nativity scene with its pooch's adorable it's some adorable footage. We're going to show you. Take a look.
Aww.
All right. So Cheshire Dog Lady posted this video to Instagram with the caption, "Not exactly a silent night, but definitely a cute one."
The post also included credits lists with English Cocker Spaniel Rosie and Boston Terrier Woody, nailing their roles as the angel and baby Jesus, respectfully.
All right. I mean, people dress their animals up for Halloween and stuff. Why not for Christmas, too? And that one's kind of adorable, you know. And they did really well. It's hard to believe they were able to corral them long enough to do that. Yeah, that's good. Good dogs. Good boys. Good doggos. We are going to have another look at your forecast and your wake up recap right after this.
This is your wake up recap for December 23rd. Your top stories to start your day. A victim suffers multiple gunshot wounds near Montevallo, Missouri. Authorities responded to reports of gunfire yesterday morning. The ambulance was able to stabilize the victim and they were flown by helicopter to a hospital. The suspected shooter, Johnny Gransberry, is being held without bond at the Vernon County Jail. Well, fire crews arrived in Nevada on Sunday to a motorhome and trailer engulfed in flame. The fire threatened to spread to a nearby metal building and the surrounding grass. Crews were able to bring the fire under control and there were no injuries. The city of Nevada has issued a burn ban until further notice due to the dry conditions. That's a check of today's Wake Up Recap.
And a quick reminder, we have very dense fog north of I-44 out there. Dense fog advisories, zero visibility in some spots, so please do be extra cautious out there this morning. This fog could stick around for a minute. After that, mostly cloudy, upper 60s, low 70s, south winds gusting to 20. Fog possible tonight, southwest winds tomorrow gusting to 30 and heading toward the mid 70s for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So very warm out there, and that continues into at least Saturday.
Well, a new possible treat for your Christmas dinner. Cheez-It has announced they've created the first ever Cheez-It crusted turkey leg in celebration of internet beloved Cheez-It mascot Prince Chedwick. Woodward's official return at this year's Cheez-It Citrus Bowl.
How many Cheez-It things in there? Well, the sharp, tangy Cheez-It flavor and golden crunch, I've been wanting to talk about this for a while, have turned a classic turkey leg into a bold food fusion experience, and you can enjoy this feast alongside a cranberry chutney that complements both the richness of the turkey and cheesy coating. This massive menu item, $25 at Camping World Stadium for the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl while supplies last.
Fans can also bring the experience home with the official recipe on Cheez-It.com.
That is something that makes it almost worth making a turkey for Christmas, just so you can Cheez-It the turkey.
Yes.
Cheez-It turkey. That sounds I want that now. Well, I'm going to go find a Cheez-It turkey, and in the meantime, we want to thank you for joining us. We're back with more at noon.
Have a great rest of your morning.